way back to chapter 3 on this one. Okay. There was a 3.7 and a 3.8 that we did not cover. It just didn't fit in the time and something we'll come back to. So we're going to cover it right now. So we loved the slope-intercept form for the equations of lines. Does anybody remember what slope-intercept form looked like? Y equals mx plus b. And in that equation, there were two important things that you could tell me. If y was by itself, you could tell me what two things? Courtney? What two letters mean something in here? Nope. X and Y are always going to be in your equation. M and B, what did they stand for? M is your slope. Remember, slope is our rise over our run. And B is your y-intercept. Okay? So we are going to go back to graphing lines. This seems like forever ago that we did this, so we're going to review it today. Make sure you're on the side that has one graph on it. Okay? First thing we do is we look at our equation and we check, is y by itself? In my equation, y equals 3x, is y by itself? Yes. So when y is by itself, you can tell me the slope and you can tell me the y-intercept. Somebody tell me either one of those from that equation. The m is your 3. The number in front of your x is your 3, which we always write as a fraction, so 3 over 1. B would be, careful, what number could I add out here that wouldn't actually change my equation? 0. If you add 0, really you're not changing anything, correct? So if there's not a number out there, your y-intercept is really 0. It's like saying plus 0. Okay, so to graph this, first thing we do is we plot our y-intercept. Using your arm, show me what your y-axis looks like. Which way is your y-axis? This way, right? So on the y-axis, we put a point at 0. Well, where is 0 on the y-axis? Right in the middle. Then our slope tells us 3 over 1. Marilyn, what's it telling me? Very good. We go up 3 and right 1. You always go towards Mrs. Hoosier. You always go towards Mrs. Hoosier. So from this point, we count up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1, put a dot. I would do it again, up 3, 1, 2, 3, and put a dot. That way you have a couple of points just to make sure that things line up. Then take your straight edge, your book, your planner, and connect all 3 of those points and make your line go all the way through the graph. All the way through the grid. Don't just connect the points. All the way through the grid and put arrows on the ends. Up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. And then connect all of those dots. Make your line go all the way through the graph. What's that? Because you went up 3, 1, 2, 3, right 1. Then we did it again. 1, 2, 3, right 1. Yeah, technically you could do it again and again, and those will be all your points. Is this slowly coming back to us? It's been a long time. That's why we're reviewing it. Okay. It has not been years, but. Okay. Flip it over to the back. You did it earlier this year, chapter 3. Yes, we did. Chapter 3, you goofball. Do you want me to prove it to you? No. Chapter 3. 3, 4. This is exact. Yes.
I don't see graphs. There's no arrows.
Oh, whatever. Come on, man. Okay, you're on the back side now, right? What's the first thing we check? Before that, is y by itself? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because y is all by itself, you can tell me the slope or your m and your b. Nobody say it out loud. Everybody look at that equation and write down what you think the slope is in what you think the y-intercept or the b is? Absolutely it can. You gonna give me an answer, Courtney? What you got?
Equals -3/2 and then b equals 3.
Thoughts? Agree or disagree with her? I agree with her. Now, this negative, some of you put out front, which is fine, but Miss Hoff's rule is always put it with the top. Always put it with the top. Okay? So now to graph this, we start with our y-intercept. And you guys told me the y-axis goes up and down. So go put a dot on 3 on your up and down axis. +3, very good. +3. Now, Miss Hoff just told us that that negative needs to go with that top number. So somebody raise your hand and tell me what -3/2 tells me to do with slope. We go down 3, but we still go towards Mrs. Hoosier. Okay, so the negative makes me go down 3, but we go right 2. We always go towards Mrs. Hoosier. That negative may make us go down, but we still continue that way. So go to your 3, and I heard Sam say when we go down 3, where does that take us? To 0, but don't forget you also have to go right 2 and put a dot. Let's do it one more time. So put your pencil on the 2 that you just got, go down 3, and then right 2 and put a dot. You should be at 4, -3. Start here, count 3 down again, and then right 2.
Oh, that one. That was the Y.
And take your straight edge again. Make sure you draw your line all the way through your graph. Don't stop on just the dots. Alex is always nice with this, isn't it, that they graph it for us if we can just get those points on there. Okay, we got one more. I tried to trick you on this one. Can anybody tell me how I tried to trick you, Marilyn? What's different about this equation than the one up above? Your slope and your y-intercept are going to be the same, but do you guys notice I put the x second? Don't change that. That is still your slope. So your slope is 3/1, and your y-intercept is 3. Graph this on your own. Start with your y-intercept, then use your slope. Remember your y, it's even labeled for you, your y-intercept. Start on the y-axis. Careful. You got to put 3/1, and then remember what that does. You started in the right spot, but this point is not correct. So I start at 3. Then what's my slope tell me to do? But before that, up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. Up 3, right 1. Remember your whole numbers, you got to change to fractions. How'd I get the third point? So like you went up 3 and right 1, now put your pencil here. Do the same thing again, go up 3 and right 1. Boom. That desk is super annoying, isn't it? Should find a different one. Careful, start on your y-axis. First one's got to be on your y-axis, so put a dot at 3. Now, from that point you just made, count up 3 and right 1. Nope, from the point you just made. Yep. There you go. So always, you're not always going to start at 0, 0. You got to start at your y-intercept, okay? All right, this is all we're reviewing today, because if we can't graph lines, tomorrow and Friday are going to be very, very rough. Okay, so today is a day that I put in for us just to practice lines. Some of you are going to take 5 minutes, totally fine, find something else to do. Others of you are going to take the whole period, that's fine as well. Okay, grab your laptops, go ahead and log into Alex. You're not going to have any work to show me or have to turn anything in. You're just graphing your lines. Where's your laptop?
In a